All right, guys. So you have your first test next Friday, the 17th. So you guys, we are starting to review the unit, so you guys can do well on your first test. So in this week's assignments, I ask that you solve these problems on your own and then watch my video to check your answer. So if you haven't answered these questions on your own yet, stop the video, go do that, and then come back and check your answers. So for number one, we're going to make sure that we line up those decimals right on top of each other. So 42.5 minus 7.32. Very important that if you have a blank space, you add a 0 so you can remember to borrow. So that 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. Turn the 5 into a 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. 7 can't be taken from 2, so it becomes a 12. So 12 minus 7 is 5, and we bring down our 3, and that is 35.18. Number 2, when subtracting 8.7 from a certain number, the difference is 22.95. What number should go in the box? All right, so I'm just going to start subtracting like I normally would. So 5 minus 0 is 5. I'd have to turn the 6 to a 16. 16 minus 7 is 9. So I'm thinking, what number minus 8 is 2? Well, 10. 10 minus 8 is 2, but I had to borrow for the 6. So I'm actually going to turn this into not a 10, but an 11, which would make me change this to a 2. So 11 minus 8 is, well, we borrowed, right? It became a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. And then we took 1 away from the 3 and it became a 2. So I just want to double check my answer. So I think the answer is 1 goes in the box. But just to double check, I'm going to add 22.95. I want to add the answer with 8.7 and make sure I get 31.65. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 9 plus 7 is 16. 8, 9, 10, 11, carry the 1, that's 3. All right, so that matches. So I know that my answer of a 1 is correct. Number 3, to decorate his room, Jesse spends some money on new furniture, some on paint, and $48.33 on accessories. How much did he spend? So it's very important that we line those decimals up right on top of each other. There we go. We're going to add our hundredths place. I get 13. I get 17. I think 13, 14, 15, 17. Yep. And then I'm getting 18, 19, 20. Carry the 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I got $190. $190.73. So hopefully you did too. All right, then we're going to multiply. Going to line up those last digits. While we're multiplying, we're not worrying about those decimals till we're done. So I'm going to multiply 9 times 1, 1 times 1, and 1 times 1. So then to get to the 2, I'm going to add a 0. So 2 times 9 is 18, carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3, and 2 times 1 is 2. Get to this second 2, I'm going to add 2 numbers, 2 zeros. Now 2 times 9, 18. 2 times 1 plus 1 is 3, and 2 times 1. So I add all that up. I get 9, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6, and 2. And I have 2 numbers behind the decimal. So I got 262 and 99 hundredths. So hopefully you did too. All right, number 15. Got lots of digits. 16.852 times 0.86. Multiply everything by 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 30 plus 1, 48, 49, 50, 51. 36 plus 5 is 41. And 6 plus 4 is 10. To get to the 8, we're going to add a 0. 8 times 2 is 16. 41, carry a 4. 64 plus 4 is 68. So then 48 plus 6 is 54. And then 8 plus 5 is 3. So we get 2, 7, 2, 9, 4, 4, 1. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers behind the decimal. So I got 14.499272. So I hope that's right, and I hope that's what you got as well. Moving on. Number 6, what value should go in the empty boxes? So they multiplied everything by 7, right? So now we're going to the second line, second number, we start with a 0. So we're going to multiply 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 5 is 7. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 1 is 31, carry the 3. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27. And then 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 is 20. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and finish this. It doesn't say I have to, but 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers behind the decimal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I finished it, that's the final answer. But really, all we had to do is figure out what went in the box. All right, what is the quotient of, let's see, 56,700 divided by 15? So 15 times 1 is 15, times 2 is 30, times 3 is 45. Got a remainder of 11. All right, what if I used an 8? I'm going to use an 8 or a 9. No, I think an 8, maybe a 7. 8 times 5 is 40, carry the 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Uh-oh, I should have used a 7. My 8 was too big. Oh, I erased the whole thing. Whoops. Yep, I'm going to use a 7. Sorry about that. All right, so we started with a 3 and got 45. And then we got a remainder of 11. Bring down a 7. We're going to use a 7. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry the 3. 7 plus 3 is 10. So we get 12. And then we're going to bring down a 0. 15 will go into 120 about, would it be 8? I think so, 8. 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 1 is 8, 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, goes exactly. And so we still have a space though, right? Over the ones place is empty, so we have to add a 0. So our answer is 3,780. All right. What about number 8? When we divide 15,908 by 13, it asks what the remainder is. So this will be 1. This will be 2. This will be 2. 26. 48. And that would go, what, 3 times? Yep. Because 3 times 13 is 39. So we have a remainder of 9. So what is the remainder? The remainder is 9. All right, number 9, Sarah has a 6-cup bag of sugar. She needs 3/4 of a cup of sugar to make a dozen cookies. How many dozens can she make with 6 cups? So we're taking our whole bag of 6 and we're dividing it by 3/4 of a cup. So we are going to keep it, change it, flip it. We can multiply straight across. We get 24 over 3. Or we could think, okay, well, I can divide 3 by 3 and 6 by 3. And then when I multiply straight across, I get 8, which is the same thing as 24 divided by 3. All right, number 10, what is the quotient? So that means we're dividing. So we're going to go around the world, turn our mixed number to an improper fraction. 4 times 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9/4 divided by 3/4. So we're going to keep it. Whoops, that's a 4. Keep it, change it, flip it. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then 9 and 3 are divisible by 3. So if I multiply straight across, I get 3 over 1, which is 3. Which is the correct answer. Number 11, Samantha used 2/3 of a yard of fabric to make a scarf. Can she make 2 scarves with 1 3/4 yards of fabric? All right, so we want to know if there is enough to make 2 scarves. So I'm going to take the total amount of yards that we have, and I'm going to divide it by how much it takes to make 1 scarf and make sure the answer is more than 2. If the answer is more than 2, then the final answer is yes, we do have enough to make 2. So I'm going to take 1 3/4. I'm going to divide it by 2/3. So I'm going to go around the world, multiply, then add. So 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. 7/4 divided by 2/3. Now we're ready to keep it, change it, flip it. All right, we're going to multiply straight across. We get 21 over 8. 8 will go into 21 twice. 8 times 2 is 16. So we'd have a remainder of 5/8. So is this more than 2? Yes. So when it says, can we make 2 scarves? The answer is yes. And when it says why, I would say because 2 5/8 is greater than 2. I have enough fabric to make 2 scarves. Number 12, we have a right rectangular prism, and it wants us to find the volume. Well, you haven't really talked about that specifically, but I do give the directions to find the volume of a prism. You multiply the length times the width times the height. So we're going to do one at a time. We're going to do 1 1/3 times 5/6. And I just started with those 2. It didn't matter. I could have started with 2/3. So now I'm going to go around the world, turn this into an improper fraction. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4/3 times 5/6. All right, I could divide 4 and 6 by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Now I'm going to multiply straight across. So I get 10/9. And now I got to multiply that answer by the height. We multiplied the length times the width, and now we're going to multiply by the height, which is 2/3. I'm going to multiply straight across. Nothing will diagonally. I can't simplify. So 10 times 2 is 20. 9 times 3 is 27. And it doesn't simplify. So the answer is 20/27 cubic units. Volume is always given with a little 3 right there because we multiplied 3 dimensions, length, width, and height. So 20 over 27 is what we got. All right, number 13, what is the quotient of? That means we're dividing. And make sure you write the division problem in the same order. So basically this is asking what is 68.2 divided by 1.25. So of course we always remember that first number goes in the box. 1.25. We cannot divide until this number outside the divisor is a whole number. 1, 2. So we're going to move the inside one over 2. 1, 2. So we're really saying what is 125 into 6,820. All right, well, 125 will go into 682. 5 times, I believe. 5 times 5 is 25. Carry the 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Carry the 1. And 5 times 1 is 5, plus 1 is 6. So we got to subtract. 12 minus 5 is 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. All right, then we're going to try what? A 4? Yep, I think so. 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8, 9, 10. carry the 1, and 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5. We get a remainder of 70, and then we get to bring down, wait, hold on. We're going to bring down a decimal. I mean, excuse me, we're going to add a decimal, bring it straight up, add a 0. And then how many times will that go? Let's say the answer is what? Is it 5 again? Let's see, 5 times 5 is 25, 10, 11, 12, 6. So we get 75 left over. And then I believe the next number will be a 6. Yep, 6 times 5 is 30, carry the 3. 12, 13, 14, 15, yep, and that would be a 7. So the answer for number 13 is 54.56. 54.56, right? All right, I think we got 2 more, you guys. Let's see. Number 14, the quotient. So basically it's saying what is 1 7/8 divided by 3/8. So we're going to make this an improper fraction. 8 times 1 is 8, plus 7 is 15. Now we're going to keep it, change it, flip it. The 8s cancel each other out. 8 divided by 8 is 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So the final answer is multiply straight across. 5 over 1 is just 5. And number 15, Kevin spent $39 on energy drinks that cost $3.25 each. How many drinks did he buy? So we're going to take the total amount of money he spent, divide it by $3.25. So we're going to move our decimal 2 places to the right, and this one is sitting here. So we're going to go 2 places to the right, right there. So we're really dividing 325 into 3,900. 325 will go into 391 time. That becomes an 8, 6. And 325 will go into 652 times. 2 times 5. Carry the 1, 6, with none left over. So how many drinks did he buy? He bought 12 drinks. All right, you guys, I hope you did well. I know I did those quickly, but like I said, this was mostly to help you just make sure your answers were correct. So everybody have a good week, good rest of your week, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.